This video is presented to you in SDR thanks to Tony because he convinced the developer that in 2025 there is no need for any HDR support in games because apparently, and according to our tech expert Tony, SDR is anyway much better.
It is better.
It is not. Get a better TV, okay?
No.
Anyway, in this video we're focusing on the SDR picture settings, what we have in the game, and as always, the question is, should we actually touch those settings? Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. You all know the drill. Please like, share, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would much appreciate this. And now let's focus on SDR in this absolute fantastic game. And for this video, I have tested the Xbox Series X version and also the PC version. Please keep in mind that I haven't tested the PlayStation 5 version, but according to my knowledge, there's also no HDR support. So by the way, there's no support of HDR at any point, not even Auto HDR on the Xbox Series X or the PC is currently working. Okay, so let's have a closer look on the picture settings, what we have on the Xbox Series X, PC, and most likely on the PlayStation 5 as well. We have gamma, we have contrast and brightness. And what I found is that the standard factory setting 1 for each setting is actually pretty good dialed in. And as always, and this counts for almost all settings, regardless if it's SDR or HDR, if you change settings too much, you will ruin the picture. And as always, I prepared a very quick comparison between all these settings or the differences actually when you change values, because there is no indicator whatsoever in the settings menu when you change settings. So this is actually a big disadvantage because you would at least need some sort of reference picture and a changing picture when you set values. And when I tested the game and when I played the game on the Xbox Series X and the PC, I found that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the game has a slightly washed out look. And this is something I really don't like. And usually SDR is known to have really good contrast, at least when we're just focusing on the darkest point of a picture and the brightest point of a picture. Of course, HDR would have a much wider dynamic range or a bigger dynamic range, but in terms of contrast, sometimes SDR is actually better because there is no sort of HDR or any black level rays. In this case, the game sometimes looks washed out, and I found some settings which are making the look slightly better. And after testing the game for some time on the Xbox Series X and the PC, I found that setting gamma to 0.9 and the brightness to 1.25 makes the game look slightly better. So the only problem what I have here is that there is a difference in regards of contrast and brightness between the PC version and the Xbox version, and most likely also the PlayStation 5 version. And it appears to me that in regards of brightness, shadow details, or how much details you actually can see in shadows and the overall contrast, the Xbox Series X version is slightly darker, has a slightly better contrast out of the box without touching any settings. So that's why my recommendation is a little bit on the edge, okay? Because it may that you lose some very fine details in shadows on the Xbox Series X with my settings. But always keep in mind, I'm testing this game right now on my LG G4 in SDR and game mode enabled, and it may look complete different on your screen, TV or monitor with my recommended settings. Anyway, give it a try. Put in the comment section if you like my recommended settings or maybe you have actually better ones. Okay, my friends, so that's it for this very quick, I'm not even sure if it was a quick video, in regards of SDR settings. Again, another game, another Unreal Engine game where we have no HDR support. I'm really disappointed actually, because I played this game for some time and it does look pretty good, especially on the PC. Xbox Series X is a different story. It's a very, very soft picture on the console, and I'm pretty sure the same counts for the PlayStation 5. But regardless of that, it has a very unique style, in my opinion. It makes fun to play, but again, missing HDR in 2025 is, in my opinion, a big, big L. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Yeah, and again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I see you next time. Thanks, Tony.